Now, today I wanted to have a conversation with you about going into a family home if you have to and trying to sort out the contents. Because when the time arrives, and it happens to all of us, I can remember, and it was a long time ago now, about 14 years, how exhausting the whole day was. And I can't tell you, you may have gone through it yourself, so please let me know. But for me, I would suggest that you don't do it on your own. You take plenty of boxes. You take plenty of time, okay? And even if you have to take a few days or a week, it's worth just sitting down in between everything else, making sure you have lots of cups of tea, and hopefully you have someone with you who has the same memories. My sister helped me, so together we went through the house and sorted stuff out, and then sat down, as I say, had a cup of tea and talked all about it. For me, I found the most difficult thing to sort was shoes and slippers. Sorry, shoes and slippers for me were tough. Were tough because who wants them these days? And you have to end up. The inevitable is throwing them away, which is very, very difficult. I also made sure, even if they weren't of any value, to take some of my mum's jewellery like this, because, this reminds me of her all the time and worth keeping, of course. And also, this sounds weird, but I'd like to share it with you that when I was in that house, and don't forget, the last generation probably had much bigger houses than we've got now. So there was plenty of may I call it stuff, possessions to sort out. But what I did was I had, obviously the gas was turned off, and I got some to remove the gas meters. There are about two or three in our house, from the wall, and I've got them with me still. And the story that made me keep them was a memory of my mum. And meters are still full of shillings. So memories of my mum putting 1 shilling in at a time, and then obviously, the meter liked all that, but she kept taking out the shilling from the drawer and put it back in. So I'm not sure how she ended paying her bill, but it always made me laugh. So I think things with stories are the most difficult to process. And as I say, don't do it alone if you can. Take your time. Take a week if you have to. As I say, lots of tea, lots of coffee, lots of boxes, because it does take. And if you should take time, because these are important things that happen in our lives, and you should take time over them. We also, again, I'm not even sure, you're thinking in the right way, but we also wrote notes, and put them through, in those days, floorboards in the gaps, just to say, goodbye, and what we were doing and where we were going. And who knows, but we felt much better for doing that. Um, the other thing is that, so once you have to sort stuff out, and you so don't want to. And I took things like as I say, this piece of jewellery, and there is a lot of stuff going on. But my mum, I have to say very quickly about my mum. So my mum had lots of teeth, dentures. She had the best pair, which she wore when she went out, and she went or as soon as she could, she wore her everyday dentures, which are very worn down, but much more comfortable. So I have to tell you now, there was lots of dentures in the house. And everywhere you went, you found another pair of dentures. In these sort. I don't think these are my mum's dentures. No, I know they're not. But you remember these, and the dentures were everywhere. They were in glasses. They were in drawers. They were just everywhere, and it just made me smile that there were so many dentures in this house. And what could you do? I don't know what. I can't remember what we ever did with them. But it was great. So. Some of the moments are sad, some of the moments bring back wonderful memories, and most of all, it's so worth taking your time, because this was your family home and where you grew up, possibly, and had these memories, and you can't let go quickly. So that's all I'm saying, really. So this has been Janet Gershlick with Southwold Scribblings. Take care.